It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox. A Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hey, everyone. What's up? Are you staying out of trouble?
No. Actually, kind of, sort of. I'm slowed down a little bit, but I'm back.
How's the new hip?
It's getting better. It's different.
Yeah?
It's different. Yes, I don't
So-
have the direct hip pain.
Did you get the Wi-Fi installed with that the new hip?
I need something. I needed something.
Can you make it through the metal detectors now?
Oh, now I got a lot of metal in my body, so
Oh,
this
man.
is nothing.
Oh, so
this
it's,
is,
okay, it's nothing new.
Oh no. Yes, and this is probably the least intrusive of all my surgeries, so it wasn't too bad.
A hip replacement was the least intrusive?
Oh, the back.
We're going to need, you know what, we need to do a full show on Bart's.
The $6 million man over
yeah,
here.
the $6 million man,
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta have more done.
Well, now
but,
it's
yeah.
$10 million because of inflation.
Inflation.
10, more like 100 million.
It's interesting. You're laughing. So a hip is like $50,000, $55,000. My first back surgery was $250,000,
Oh, man.
and that was back in 2009.
So the hip is pretty much a Sport S?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can call it that.
Yeah. And it's pretty simple. He went in and did it. I mean, it was amazing. And I was walking that day. So, I mean, a couple hours
I'm
after.
surprised that you were walking that day.
Oh, no.
I really am.
No.
Because, well, I work in the hospital,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
I know a few things.
Well, they had a problem with my blood pressure, but still didn't stop me. And that was kind of funny, but my blood pressure dropped.
Ooh,
So, yeah. But
that's not good.
no, so instead of going home that day, I was supposed to go home, but because they couldn't get it to come back up. So I stayed and was telling people Jeep stories.
Oh, really?
That really was.
What kind of stories? It was real quick. What
About
did you?
Jeep Beach stuff and how good Jeep Beach does, the charity, how much it reaches out to people, and it's good for the community.
Yep, that's
And-
good.
and-
Spreading the word.
They were, yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
So what's the agenda for today, gentlemen? What do you think we're going to be yapping about?
Well, Bart said that we need to talk about the Jeep badges.
So we have people who are duck haters. They hate the ducks, right?
Yes.
And the duck started as a good thing during COVID. It really did. And there's some other people who are bashing ducks and making fun of people. And again, if you don't like the duck, don't take it or give it away to a kid or,
Yep, exactly.
again, whatever. My kids like it. Even
Oh,
my
yeah.
adult kids think it's cool. It's just a cool thing.
And I think a lot of people are in their business. They're
Yes.
attaching a business
Yep,
card.
business
Sometimes they're
card
getting
or club card
personalized ducks
It's
now.
just, again, it's part of the Jeep community, and we're normally all inclusive. We don't become haters. I don't know why some people do, but except for Toyota people. And I'm not going to pick on, because I have Toyota friends, and my wife has a 4Runner, so there's the 4Runner Jeep competition all the time. And
Is that what you pulled up in here today with?
it was the wife's 4Runner? Yes.
Traitor.
Yeah. And so one of my counterparts, Will's, if he listens to this, because Will was a Jeep guy, now he's a 4Runner guy. And his 4Runner is really nice, but I always tease him, it'll never be a Jeep. And then he gets mad, and I'm like, well, today's topic is, because of Will, is the Jeep Badge of Honor trails. I said, Toyota doesn't have a Badge of Honor trail.
No, they don't.
Does Toyota have anything?
I don't think they do.
I know they do. Some
I know
events.
they get-togethers.
They do some get-togethers and do some events, and he's from Texas, so
And the thing about the Toyota, we can talk real briefly, like we'll stop after this second here, but the brief talk is that some of their machines that they have, their off-roading road vehicles, their trucks that they've had over the years, pretty doggone good.
Oh, no, yes.
There's no doubt about
Yes,
that. I've owned a Toyota two-wheel drive that I drove through school for 6 years, and that thing is still running 15 years later.
And FJ40. I mean, to grow up, my dad had an
Yep.
FJ40, and that was cool. I mean, we were the cool people.
Yeah.
Having the FJ40. And they're great vehicles. When I was overseas, Toyota was the vehicle. Good guys or bad guys, everybody ran Toyotas.
Yes.
Great vehicles. Now, what are we going to do with Broncos? I don't know.
I don't know yet.
I know they're getting the poop emoji. I know that's going to be their new thing. Are they going to have poop trails for Broncos? I don't know. I don't know. But guess what? Hey, folks, if you get outdoors,
it's all fun.
It's all fun.
Right.
It's all fun.
Yeah.
So getting back to kind of the neat thing about Jeeps, and Jeeps have been around since what, 1941?
40,
40.
yeah, 40, 41.
It's 41, yeah.
So it's just evolved, and now it's app based, and they have all these trails, and they're promoting off road use. So it's an app based, and you download the app, and then it has all these trails, and they have a number of trails. This thing started in 2013, and it was a way for people to get outdoors. Take whatever, four-wheel drive vehicle, Jeep you have, and you get out there, and when you get to the trailhead, you check in. And they have the trails. They have the maps for it. They have everything. They have checklists. It's a good system. And they have, 25 states now have trails.
Yep, and Florida's supposed to be getting another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard Don Cox when we were at G Beach. I was talking to him about it, and he says, yeah, they're thinking about doing one for Rithcom.
Or what?
Or for over
Willahoochee?
Willahoochee, yes.
Yep.
So there may be another one coming, and they were talking about doing another one for Ocala.
Okay, so let's back up again. Somebody who has not done the trails before, who's never been on the trail. It is a trail that you have a start and a finish line.
Correct.
And you just follow this particular trail.
And
It's on a map.
Yeah, and you use your cell phone to clock in, so they record it.
Yeah.
So you get record, and actually the trails are from Easy to the Rubicon Trail or Moab. They have the most technical trails around are going to be there, and the easiest trails, Ocala. Ocala is pretty much an easy trail.
Yeah, it's just a long trail. Very long.
It's a long trail. You have to stay on the roads in Ocala. It's national forest. You can't go
It's all
off. Into
no. It's a good trail though. I mean,
It's all marked trails. It's all, well, I shouldn't say maintained, because there's some parts of it that are itchy scratchy, but
Yep.
that's
Florida.
That's Florida.
Now you get the Florida pinstripes.
Yes.
So you should have a separate award for that.
Yes.
Award. So how long here, since we're local, how long does that particular Ocala
We started at 6 o'clock. We got there at 7, and we went until 3 o'clock, and we still hadn't completed the whole thing. We still had another 10 miles.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's a long one. It's
Yes,
81
81 miles.
or 86 miles. I don't
81
remember.
miles. 81-mile
Okay.
trail.
So
But it's neat because you'll see parts of Florida that you didn't know existed.
So you're pretty much talking about then a
All
10,
day.
10 hour?
10, 12 hour
10
day.
10 or 12-hour day.
Okay, so
'Cause
just-
we had thought about trying to do it with G Beach, doing a guided ride with.
That would be kind of cool to do. It's tough
it's
to
an
do.
all day.
It's an
It's
all-day
all-day.
thing.
We,
It's,
could, we could probably make it happen
If you do it early enough in the week
early enough in the week.
and have everybody rally up early.
It can only be, you can only have so many Jeeps because you know how
Correct.
it is. When
That
you have a
slows it
line
up.
of Jeeps, it slows
Yes.
it up.
Yes.
So keep it at like 20 Jeeps maybe? Is that too much or is that
that's
enough?
probably too many.
Is it?
Yeah, because we usually run 15 to 25
Yes.
when we're doing the club runs.
Yep.
So yeah, probably like 10 with a leader and a tail
Okay.
gunner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Well, that's something to think about.
It is pretty. It is pristine. Depends on the time of day or night you go. The wildlife you'll see a
yeah.
lot of wildlife.
yeah, if I remember right, we saw a couple of deer,
Yep.
saw signs of a bear.
Missed it. The first, of course, Gary going Mach 3. Gary was the trail boss. Folks, sorry. It's Gary. But Gary's been running these trails forever. So Gary knows, it's Gary. He doesn't understand.
Who's Gary?
Gary is from Mid-Florida Jeep Club.
Okay.
And he does all these trail rides, and he's done them for years, and he's everything mapped out.
Right.
But when you start out slow, and you let everybody catch up, and you go. Yeah, Gary's off to the races.
Yeah.
I know
Even though
what
you're
I
four-wheel
know
driving
what you're
low.
talking about.
Yeah, even though you're driving slow.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make- yeah, Gary.
It's funny because he probably doesn't go over 25, but you got to wait to get everybody moving.
Yeah.
But it's good. But he gets to see everything. Yeah, he sees the deer, the bear, the turkey, the panther.
Yeah.
Is
Bobcat.
that all? Is that all there is in Florida? Is right now is the Ocala for the Jeep badge?
Yes.
Just the
Yeah,
Ocala.
That's the only place
Okay.
right now.
And you said with Lacucci? Is
They're-
it with Lacucci?
Well,
They're
one
looking-
of the local, do we call them a club or just a group?
I don't know.
Well,
That's a
they're a
good-
group,
Yep.
Florida Trail Stompers.
Yes.
And they have actually gone out and made their own badge for the Withlacoochee.
Yeah.
Which they go out and do a ride, and you get this badge at the end of it.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should. I mean, I'd
And they do every vehicle.
Mine needs a lot of work, but I'm saying I'd
yeah.
love to go out.
But
and
it
do
goes
that.
for any vehicle.
Yeah, and again, in that group
Right.
club, it's four-wheel drive.
It's four-wheel
Yeah,
drive.
It's just four-wheel
drive.
drive.
Yeah.
And they're good groupie people, really nice people.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And so back to our system here is, then you get points for as many as you go to. So if you ever see Jeeps with these little tags on the side of it, that's the badge of honor. And you'll see more and more. And there's actually, Jeep clubs here in Florida that people take vacation time to go on different trails.
Yep. In fact, one of our volunteers is on his way to go run some of them.
Yeah, they get together in these small groups and they go out and do these trail rides and come back, and it's a pretty good experience.
Well, it makes you, well, come on. Most of us want to collect.
Yes.
We like collecting things.
Yes.
Whether it be a piece of paper or card, whatever.
We used to geocache a lot.
Right.
We'd go
Yes.
out, and that's all we would do
Yes.
before the whole Jeep Badge of Honors thing.
Yes.
We would just go and we'd get the map. You can find all that stuff. That's kind of fun, too.
And that's kind of the same thing with what this is that you're going out and geocaching. You're
Yes.
just getting rewarded for it with something that you will have.
Right. Okay.
It's
Possession.
Yes. You can run these, like the Florida one, you can run day or night because it's in Ocala National Forest. And if you ever do one on a full moon night, it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Very
Full
much
moon
so.
night runs are just really nice. Beautiful, scenic.
Cooler.
Yes.
The bugs are a little bit boring.
Bring your animal with you if you got your dog.
Yeah, everybody brings their dog.
yeah?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We're dog-friendly people.
Okay.
You're in Ocala National Forest. Just don't feed the gators. You know? Well, I'm not being funny because we get out. You can get out at streams and the springs. And
True.
You'll find all kinds of things. But so make sure you get out and you look before you let little kids and animals running around.
Without a doubt.
Then after you get done with your trail ride, you put your request in, you get your hard badge.
Okay.
And that's anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, depends on how busy the system
Now,
is.
here's the thing. Who creates it? Who okays it? Who comes up? Who came up with all
Jeep
this?
Corporate did.
Jeep Corporate does
all
that.
In 2013, it was, again, great marketing, great.
And they went and did, so they mapped out all of
Yes,
these places.
yeah.
People in corporate.
Well, they would reach out to locals
Okay. All right.
and they would say, okay, we're looking for a trail. Can you give us a trail? Blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's how it came about.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. It's just neat. I just think it's a great marketing tool, but a great way to get people out to explore our wilderness and do it responsibly. And you'll see that it normally happens.
Just bring plenty of water, plenty of food.
Bring your stuff.
Yep.
your
A
stuff.
few sandwiches.
Yep.
Yep.
And if
Pack.
you have to use the bathroom, don't forget the TP.
True.
That's sometimes people forget that.
Stay out of the poison ivy. I'll tell people right now. You know.
Watch out for the ticks.
Yeah, a Lyme disease is a good thing.
Yeah.
So I was running through to see, and I think we're up to now 75 trails, Jeep of Honor trails, and then they're in 25 states. Just to run off a few, we'll run down. Alabama's got 3, Arizona's got 3, which I thought Arizona would have more. Arkansas's got 4.
Really?
Yeah, and now here's California, 6.
Oh, you think that
California would be, I would think that would be, it'd be hard.
They could have 16.
Yeah. Colorado's got 6, Florida's 1, Georgia, nice one. Indiana's got 4, Kansas has got 2, Kentucky just got added, they got 1. Michigan has 2, Missouri, they've got 3. Here's Montana 1.
I think part of this is for like tread lightly
Yes.
so that they're not destroying.
Okay.
That would be my thought process. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
I like with Nevada. Nevada is has got 1. I mean, that's just so much
Nevada,
desert.
oh my goodness, are you
That's just-
kidding?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much desert.
And two, that's BLM territory
it
out
is.
there.
Yeah, it is. New Hampshire got 1. North Carolina,
BLM?
Bureau of Land Management.
Okay.
They own most of the Mississippi West is going to be federal land, and if it's
Okay.
federal land, it's BLM.
Okay.
Yeah. North Carolina's got 1. Oregon, just 2. Pennsylvania has 5, but I think they're all at a private park.
They're all private parks.
Yep. South Carolina has 1.
How many did New York have? Or did you get to that yet or no? Probably didn't. I thought-
New York doesn't have 1.
None. Zero.
they have none?
None.
I mean, the Adirondacks themselves, for crying out, and the Catskills.
Catskills.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that would be, you need an off-road crew to kind of recommend that,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
So it's up
Yes.
to the off-road clubs.
Yes.
Yep.
in New
Reach
York
out and
State
say,
to reach
hey,
out, right.
This is this and that.
So Tennessee's got 3. Texas, which again surprised me, is 3. One of the trails is in the Big Bend area, and that's where we would go and do work. Is in that area, and that's actually pretty neat.
And now, how many have you gone out to?
I've only done the Florida one. I've stopped at the other ones. I've never had a chance to go
the
do
whole-
them.
They usually take, like you say, they're 12-hour long.
Or some are not. Some are
short.
Some are short.
Okay.
My big thing is depends if I'm coming back and forth. Like, so when I travel for the government, if I can drive my Jeep And I try to drive places, but it depends if I have a back-to-back course where I can't do. Like I had one come up in North Carolina, and I was going to go up early just to go to do the North Carolina one, which I've probably already done. I just never checked in.
Never checked in.
That was at Urari.
Okay.
And that's a very beautiful area to do it in. But with Texas, we're only 3. Now Utah 11. But that's the whole Moab thing.
all Moab.
That
That's
certainly
jeeping.
makes sense.
Yep.
Jeeping territory.
Yeah.
Yep. Virginia's 1, West Virginia 1, and Wyoming. Again, these big vast areas, and they have 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's a great.
Maybe that's something we can reach out to Jeep Corporate about and ask them, hey, how come you only got X amount of in each state?
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
A good point. Good point. Because the more people we get out, the more people get out doing things, seeing things. I know there's, in some of these areas, they have to battle a lot of environmentalists
Right.
who are very unyielding. And we did a show on
Yeah,
them.
we did a show on that.
And they're very unyielding, and you're just not going to. I mean, they even got to the point where they don't want people with bicycles in the woods for the mountain bike guys.
So,
like,
yeah.
okay, how are we going to deal with that? So it's just a neat thing. Again, Toyota, you don't have it. So, Bronco, you don't have it. It's a Jeep thing, but it's just good. It's just all the way around. It's good.
They can run them, but they just can't get that badge.
They can come up with their own.
Right.
I mean, again, it's just smart marketing. It's just smart getting people together, get them out to do things.
Get them out to have fun.
Get them out, have fun. And these other clubs, the other clubs don't care who you are. Just come out and have fun. And that's nice, too.
Yeah.
It's really nice. So with that, what do we think?
I think it's that time.
All right, let's do it.
All right. That time of the day. So we're going to discuss, again, brought to you by Stuck in Florida SOS. It's this was turned in by Michael John. He had a buddy that went out.
And that's a Facebook page.
Facebook page.
Okay. Stuck in Florida SOS Facebook page.
And
right.
if you need help, you can post on there. And a lot of times people come around and they just help you get out. Again, he wasn't that far from civilization, but I'll have to post the pictures of it up again, but it's when you're looking at a trail, you look at the line and you look at the terrain. So if the ground is somewhat wet and it's really this dark brown or black color, I would stay out of it. Especially when a few feet in the other direction, it's a dry brown. So somebody missed the trail. I don't know if it was nighttime, daytime, whatever. They went a little bit too hard driver, and they just basically sunk the whole driver's side down to the frame.
Down into Pete.
Yep, down into the peat bog. Peat bogs.
So basically, the dark colored dirt is basically muck.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Muck
get
of
out
some kind.
when you look at it and when you see it, like, if you can see the browner stuff and it looks drier or looks better, and it also look at downhill tilt. So you see the downhill tilt, is that where water's going to pool? That's where your mud's going to pool. So try to stay up on it. And there was actually, in the picture, there's somebody had laid a bunch of rock down for them to stay on. And I guess he missed the rock trail.
So he didn't. So in other words, he didn't do what you're supposed to do. And I know if you listen on Jeep Beach Radio, you get tips.
Yes.
And one of the tips is get out and walk.
And look.
Yeah, and look. So, and they didn't do that.
They didn't do that. And again, it only takes a little bit. And once you start going,
That's
stop. Again, we always talk about stop. And again, you don't want to if you get stuck the length of your vehicle and you don't get it down to the frame, it's a lot easier to recover, a lot faster to recover. And in some cases, you can use some simple tools without even having to use, you could just use traction boards.
Right.
To get out versus waiting till you get down to the frame.
Traction boards.
Yeah, we're going to cover that.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Future show that'll
Yes,
be.
yes,
All
it will
right.
be. So with that, folks, stay safe.
Yeah.
Have fun. And where can they see you or hear us, sir?
They can catch us on Jeep Beach Radio on Tuesdays at noontime. I'm sorry.
Thursday, 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
And then
Sundays at 7:30ish.
Right after Jeep Beach News and Views.
News and Views.
All right.
Thank
All
you,
right.
everybody.
Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you next time.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox. Powered by Best Price Trailers.